The Starshelter station hung in the void between galaxies, a massive ring of metal and light that served as the universe's largest refugee sanctuary. Here, thousands of species coexisted in an uneasy peace, fleeing wars, famines, and dying worlds. But even in a place built on compassion, some creatures were deemed unworthy of mercy. Marcus Chen stood before the incubation chamber in Sector 7's abandoned wing, staring at the small, writhing form inside. The baby Drakon was barely the size of a house cat, its obsidian scales dull and cracked, its wings twisted and malformed. A genetic defect, the station's xenobiologists had declared. Aggressive species, they'd added. Better to let it expire. You're really going to do this? Dr. Zelthar, a mantis-like Krelix, clicked his mandibles disapprovingly. Humans and their sentiment. This creature's kind destroyed 17 colonies in the Outer Rim. They're monsters. Marcus didn't look away from the chamber. It's a baby. It didn't destroy anything. Its instincts will drive it to violence. The Drakon are apex predators, genetically engineered weapons from the old war. This one is malformed, rejected even by its own kind. It will know only rage and pain. Then I'll teach it something else. Marcus pressed his palm against the release panel. Every species deserves a chance, the chamber hissed open. The baby dragon tumbled out, mewling pathetically. Marcus caught it in his arms, feeling the rapid flutter of its heartbeat, the desperate warmth of a life clinging to existence. Its eyes, 6 of them arranged in pairs, opened to reveal swirling galaxies of amber and gold. The creature hissed, but it was a weak sound, more fear than fury. Hey there, little one, Marcus whispered. I've got you, Dr. Zelthar shook his head. Your death will be on your own head, human. Don't say you weren't warned. They called him Ash for the color of his scales and the ruins he supposedly would bring. The other residents of Starshelter gave Marcus wide berth as he walked the concourses with the dragon perched on his shoulder. Children of various species hid behind their parents. Shopkeepers closed their stalls. Marcus rented a small hab unit on the lower levels where the desperate and destitute made their homes. He fashioned a nest from thermal blankets and spent his savings on specialized nutrients for carnivorous reptilians. Ash was weak, constantly whimpering from pain where his twisted wings pressed against his body. We'll figure it out, Marcus promised each night, stroking the dragon's head as it shivered through fever dreams. Human medicine had advanced remarkably over the centuries, but Marcus was no doctor. What he was, however, was stubborn. He researched obsessively, trading favors for information, accessing medical databases from a dozen species. The Drakon had been extinct in the wild for 3 centuries, hunted down after the Old War. Only laboratory specimens remained, most euthanized at birth. Weeks turned to months. Ash grew slowly, always undersized, always in pain. But something else grew too, trust. The little dragon learned Marcus's routines, his scent, his voice. When Marcus returned from his shifts at the station's recycling plant, Ash would chirp excitedly, his malformed wings fluttering uselessly. It was during the 4th month that the tremors started. Station-wide alerts blared as something massive impacted Starshelter's outer hull. Marcus grabbed Ash and rushed into the corridors, joining the panicked crowds. Breach in Sector 12, the automated voice announced. Hull integrity compromised. All residents evacuate to emergency shelters. But evacuation was chaos. Thousands funneled into too few corridors. Marcus found himself pushed against a wall, Ash squealing in his arms. Then he smelled it. The acrid stench of atmosphere venting, the telltale whistle of air escaping into space. A section of the corridor ahead exploded outward. Screams filled the air as people were pulled toward the breach, toward the void beyond. Emergency force fields flickered but failed to deploy, damaged by whatever had struck the station. Marcus wedged himself behind a support beam, clutching Ash, but a young Felixian child, no more than 6 in human years, lost her grip. Her mother shrieked as the child tumbled toward certain death. Without thinking, Marcus threw Ash forward. Go, he shouted. Something primal awakened in the dragon. Despite his twisted wings, despite his pain, Ash launched himself through the air. His small body shot forward with unexpected speed, jaws clamping onto the child's clothing. He twisted mid-air, scales glowing with sudden inner fire, and slammed himself against the wall, using his own body as an anchor. The dragon held. Tendons screamed. Malformed wings tore further, but Ash held the child against the pull of vacuum with desperate strength. Marcus scrambled forward, reached them, pulled them both back to safety. Seconds later, emergency bulkheads slammed shut, sealing the breach. In the silence that followed, everyone stared at the small black dragon, now trembling from exertion, golden blood seeping from his wounds. The Phylixian mother sobbed, cradling her child, staring at Ash with wide, disbelieving eyes. He saved her, someone whispered. Dr. Zelthar worked through the night, his earlier prejudice replaced by scientific fascination and something that might have been respect. The genetic damage was never a defect, he explained as he operated on Ash's wings. It was incomplete development. Drakon were designed to mature through stress response. Combat evolution, they called it. His genes activated when he needed them most. Will he be okay? Marcus asked. More than okay. His wings are restructuring. Given time, he may even fly properly. But more importantly, the doctor gestured to his neural scans. His brain chemistry is different from baseline Drakon. Empathy centers are enlarged. He's adapting. Because someone showed him love instead of fear, Marcus said softly. Word spread through Starshelter. The monster dragon had become a hero. Children brought gifts, shiny objects, treats, crude drawings. Ash chirped at each one, his 6 eyes glowing warmly. 3 years later, Ash was fully grown, still smaller than standard Drakon, his scales now shimmering obsidian shot through with veins of gold. He could fly, gracefully defying the physics that should have grounded him forever. He became Starshelter's unofficial guardian, patrolling the corridors, playing with children, helping station security during emergencies. But more than that, he became proof that nature wasn't destiny, that even species engineered for war could choose peace, that the content of one's heart mattered more than the circumstances of one's birth. Marcus watched from their HAB unit's window as Ash soared through the station's central atrium, dozens of children of various species flying alongside him on anti-grav harnesses, their laughter echoing through the metal halls. No one expected this, Dr. Zelthar said, joining Marcus at the window. A human and a dragon rewriting what we thought we knew about biology, about destiny. Marcus smiled. That's what humans do best, Doctor. We hope when everyone else has given up. We see potential where others see only problems. And sometimes, just sometimes, we're right. In the atrium, Ash roared, not a sound of rage, but of joy. And the station roared back with laughter and applause. The most hated baby dragon in Starshelter had become its most beloved guardian. And in doing so, he'd proven that every life, no matter how broken it seemed, deserved a chance to become extraordinary.